I am convinced, absolutely convinced, that when it comes to fast food soda, I'm not counting dirty sodas like Swig, all that kind of stuff. Diet Coke from McDonald's, full stop, best soda.
Better than their Sprite.
Just shut up. Don't even.
You can't say that because the McDonald's Sprite has its own
it does.
ethos.
The McDonald's
it has its
Diet
own...
Coke has its own ethos. The straw is different. It's a different diameter. It is.
Yeah,
straw diameter.
At McDonald's,
straw diameter is a real
at
thing.
McDonald's as a whole. So the Sprite is Sprite is their thing. Though.
The striped straw, is a different diameter. It's a different feel, and so you're getting more. Like, have you ever had the Swig when they give you the big straw? Have you ever had the Swig when they give you the big straw?
Yes, because
it's better. Bigger straw, better drink. Andrew, you're in the room. Do you agree with me? On straw diameter.
I don't know that I do, man.
Oh, whatever. I don't need you to believe in me. I agree. Believe in myself.
The fact that you think it's better than the McDonald's Sprite is heresy.
You know what? You probably like orange drink. So there you go. That's it.
Orange drink?
You're a McDonald's orange drink guy.
That's
High C orange.
Burn right there.
Mm-hmm.
Coke Zero.
You probably like High C orange.
I think it's actually a travesty that at McDonald's, when you go through the drive-thru, they can't give you Coke Zero, but if you go inside, you can get it. I think that's a travesty.
I do agree with you there. I'm actually 100% on board. Canned soda. What's the best canned soda?
Coke Zero.
I think I agree with you.
Coke Zero.
Yeah. Although I really like Diet Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper Zero is pretty good.
Dr. Pepper Zero is pretty good.
It's pretty solid. Yep. Love me some soda. And our sponsor today. No.
Not sponsored.
Can you imagine McDonald's? Bro, I'm loving it. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Gonna get striked. What is up, movie lovers, and welcome back to Pass the Popcorn, the only podcast where the takes are hot, the popcorn is fresh, and the spoilers are usually accidental. Although you guys say we should just say forget the spoiler warning.
I don't care. So for Garrett, anybody else, I don't care. We're spoiling it in your face.
We're so excited that
you're
you're here. Whether you're a casual moviegoer or a diehard cinephile, this is the show for you. Today we're going to be breaking down the shots, digging deep, and talking about a movie that was one of the biggest movies of 2023.
Yes, absolutely. So just so you know, if you're a new viewer, one of the ways we go get our movies is we bring up the wheel. And this wheel is a collection of movies from both of our collections. You can bring it up?
Yeah, it's got it wasn't prepared. I'm dropping
while you're working on that, give me this mic right here. So this camera right here. We pull a movie from there. We may add in a few. We occasionally take requests, but not often. And then usually we just add it to this, and then we spin. Last week, we spun the wheel, which brought us to the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie.
Making sure it's off of here. It's not, so we just got to take that off really quick.
And there's a lot I want to talk about.
I love the Barbie movie.
In the Barbie movie, actually.
It's really good.
When you and I were watching it, we had some very intense conversations about this movie.
We did
not to say that I didn't necessarily agree with you on some. I very much disagreed with you on some, absolutely. Which we'll see if we go there, honestly. But Nick, I'd like to. Well, before we get into it, let's do some introductions real quick, as we always do. Behind the mic, back there,
hello,
with the prettiest thumb in the business.
Just dropping the ball. There it is.
Keaton speaks. Thank you, Keaton. Man, that's a good-looking thumb.
Excellent
but,
thumb.
Hey, you got your thumb ready? We've got another thumb in the house.
Thumb in front of this camera.
We got another thumb in the house. Although I think that's a diss to call somebody a thumb. Look at that thumb.
It's a brown thumb.
That's a good-looking thumb right there.
Did you just say that's a brown thumb?
That's Andrew Ponson. And he is here also as a future producer. So yeah, we're stoked. We're stoked to have these guys in the house as always.
Oh man,
the producer will add some takes.
Yes, he has some takes. You've seen the Barbie movie, Keaton?
I have not.
Oh,
good Lord, why are you even here?
Isn't that a shame?
Yeah, my gosh.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
You just need someone to switch the cameras. I don't know.
We do. We just need someone to switch the cameras. But I wanted to do something today before we get into the movie, because characters are so important in this movie. I thought we could kind of do a little bit of a character breakdown, but this is the way I want to kind of do the character breakdown. If you're okay with this, we'll call it "You're a Barbie character if."
Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
You're a Barbie character if. So what we'll do is we'll unpack the different characters here, and go through some of these things, and then. And Nick, if you want to join me on some of these, you're welcome to read some of these as well with me. Can you kind of catch up on some of this? Okay, so I'll start with the first one, and then I'll let you do the second one.
Sure.
We'll switch on and off. Okay, so I'll go to this camera here. You're a Barbie character if you're a Ken if your confidence depends on who's watching. I'm not going to read all these. I'm just going to read maybe a couple of them. You go all in on philosophy 5 minutes after discovering it. I like that. That's a good take.
Why are you calling out Andrew like that?
You say, I'm just figuring myself out, but loudly. Your personality has had eras. Low-key truth, Ken isn't shallow. He's unfinished. Okay? Stereotypical Barbie.
Oh, gosh. You assume you're stereotypical Barbie if people assume you're fine because you look like you're thriving.
Okay, there we go.
You're tired of being inspirational.
Yeah, that tracks.
Gosh. You've had an identity crisis that looked very put together.
I feel like stereotypical Barbie sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Low-key truth.
The low-key truth. You don't want perfection. You want permission.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I like that. Very, very in-depth right there. You're weird, Barbie, if you've already embarrassed yourself past the point of fear. Very, very good. You're allergic to performative optimism. And if you don't know what that is, it means you've never had to deal with it. All right. Your healing journey was messy. We'll call it that. And low-key truth, you didn't break. You woke up early. All right. So go ahead. Next one.
I'm going to do the Alan one.
Oh, you want to do Alan?
Yeah.
Well, you can't do Alan. I'm Alan.
Well, you did Ken. And I'm wearing the Kenough.
Oh, that's true.
So.
That's true. I'll give you Alan. Okay. I'll do Gloria. You do Alan.
You don't fit.
You got to start.
You're an Alan if you
we go.
don't fit neatly to. Oh gosh, I can't read it. To either side of the argument.
Mm-hmm.
You're deeply reasonable in an unreasonable system. You'd rather escape than dominate. It's very true about Alan.
Yeah.
Low-key truth. Alan is the quiet rebel.
Ooh, you think he's the quiet rebel? I feel like an Alan sometimes. You're Gloria if you're the translator between chaos and clarity. You notice the contradiction before anybody else notices it. People feel understood around you if you're a Gloria. Low-key truth, you hold the room together and no one taught you how to rest.
Are we doing all these?
Yeah, we're gonna do all these.
Oh my
We'll do all these.
Lord.
It's a personality test. You don't just do 4. We do a couple of these. President Barbie.
You're President Barbie if you believe representation matters, but systems matter more.
Oh, President Barbie. There we go.
You're done. You've done everything right and still get sidelined. You lead without getting the credit.
Mm-hmm.
Low-key truth, authority doesn't guarantee influence.
Oh my gosh, President Barbie. Oh my gosh, so much happening
Say
here.
less.
You're the Mattel executive played by Will Ferrell. If you love systems more than questions, you say let's circle back unironically, and discomfort makes you defensive. Low-key truth, you're not evil. You're institutionally anxious. Oh, gosh, I like that. And then these are our last two right here. So, okay, let's just do this one. You're Ruth Handler.
So you're Ruth Handler Barbie if you see potential before permission. You create things that outlive you. She was real old. Her ghost holds an office on the 17th floor. You accept both credit and critique. Low-key truth, creation always costs the creator.
Okay, fantastic. So that is our opening segment here of Barbie, because characters are incredibly important to the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
The Barbie movie would be a whole lot of nothing if it didn't have interesting character portrayals. This movie was made by
Greta Gerwig, Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Fantastic pairing. Starring Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Do you think it's her best movie?
No.
Same.
No. I think her best movie is Lady Bird. But
Absolutely, Lady Bird. 100%. I think Lady Bird...
That's a discussion for another day, though.
It is. But I think that Lady Bird is like Barbie. But I do think, I will say this. if you haven't watched Greta Gerwig movies, go watch them. She's going to make a Chronicles of Narnia later this year. Well, she's making it. She's about finished it. It's coming out later this year. But it's going to be focused more on Magician's Nephew, which is not your, I was telling you the other day, that's not your, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe story. It's a different storyline, C.S. Lewis. But it'll be good. I think it'll be good. Because I think the same things she focuses on in Lady Bird and she focuses on in Little Women, Barbie is like, same ideals, same execution. You just gave her a big budget on how to do it. I think Greta Gerwig has stayed pretty true to herself in her filmmaking. So if you don't like her movies, you're probably not going to like her movies. She's not going to change. She's going to be...
She is very...
Same thing with like Steven Spielberg. If you don't like lens flares... if you don't like lens
If
flares...
you don't like slow motion, don't watch Zack Snyder movies.
If you don't like slow motion... and oiled up bodies, don't watch Zack Snyder. If you don't like lens flares, don't watch J.J. Abrams or.
If you don't like symmetrical filmmaking, don't watch Wes Anderson.
Yeah, if you don't like symmetrical, like
in a box, pretty much.
Everything right here. So yeah, Greta Gerwig, she gets a big budget for this movie, and I mean she knocks it out of the park. She does a really good job. Yeah. While I don't love this movie as much as you love it. It's a very good movie.
Very good movie. One of the biggest movies to come out in 2023. It was a part of the big Oppenheimer thing. And it was like truly those movies in the summer made 2023 was a good year for movies. You had Across the Spider-Verse earlier in the summer.
Yeah.
Then you had Barbie, Oppenheimer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm still mad that we've had to wait this long for the sequel to Across the Spider-Verse.
They're working on K-pop Demon Hunters and GOAT and all the other things.
Yeah.
But it was a good year for movies. This one in particular really caught the eye of a lot of people that year. To the chagrin of most, some people were
to the chagrin.
Oh my There were some people that were not happy that this movie was as popular as it was, which
well, of course this movie was going to be popular. One is Barbie, and then if you just did it even halfway decent, it was going to be massive, just purely based on IP alone. But then they made something that was genuinely good. And this movie, brilliantly, but maybe the best part of the entire movie, is the start, is the prologue, like the setup, the 2001 Space Odyssey opening.
We have little girls just destroying baby dolls when they see Barbie.
Oh, yeah. Barbie appears... And Margot Robbie in that scene looks just exactly like she is exactly like Barbie, tall, glamorous, revolutionary, amazing. And it's just a really, really cool scene. They're breaking these Barbies. And I heard that these Barbies were intentionally supposed to be like grotesque looking.
Like the babies?
The babies. Let me be clear, not real babies. So
baby
everybody's
dolls.
clear.
Baby dolls.
Baby dolls. They were supposed to be intentionally grotesque. Like it's a subtle symbolism. Yeah. Or maybe not so subtle, actually. It's probably.
Well, then we get into from there, we get more of narration where it talks about Barbie was so you could do anything and be anything. So women could be anything and do anything. And you get to see all the lineup of Barbies and all the different professions of the Barbies and everything. And they said, and the Barbies they think that this is a perfect world and that's how it is in the real world because Barbie exists.
Yeah. So that scene and what you're describing there is the thesis statement for Barbie. So imagine it being a paper or a project. And the thesis statement, what would you say would be the thesis statement for Barbie? That Barbie is a character that's meant to build girls up, and show them incredible promise,
and show them all the things that they could be.
Yes.
But it's weird. It's like that. The Barbie is what she believes that women could be. Not what they actually are. As you get into later in the movie when it comes to Ariana Greenblatt's character, where Barbie is it's interesting. Is like the trying to figure out how you word this in your thesis way, where it's like this is perfect, and because it's perfect, everything's perfect. in like the real world.
Yeah, here, you got something. Barbie argues that identity, especially for women, cannot be sustained by perfection, performance, or ideology, but must be chosen through self-awareness, contradiction, and embodied humanity. If this one were, and so that's the basic idea. And so the movie presents this idea in a fun, lighthearted way. This is a movie that's not made for, like, guys can enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
But this movie was made with a particular audience in mind. And this is women and young girls. This movie is for them.
Yeah.
And so if you're a guy and you're just like, oh, I didn't really dig it. Well, yeah, I don't think Die Hard was made for little girls, and that movie isn't made for you. Barbie was made for this particular audience, which makes it really, really brilliant. So you want to get into that? Do you want to get into that? Since you love that scene so much with the Lizzo song.
No, the first opening song with Lizzo, I'm not a typical Lizzo music enjoyer. But that song, Pink.
So you're telling the audience right now you hate Lizzo. Is that what you just said?
If that's what you want to take it
That's
as.
Whoa.
the wild take, bro. Wild.
I think the opening song it sets up the comedy right away, along with the opening narration where it talks about, like nobody or she's singing all these lyrics about what Barbie's doing.
It's reverse patriarchy. Oh, it's just a total flip on its head. Like, this is the world they live in.
Like, Barbie wakes up, she smiles. It's like if that was a mirror, she'd see a perfect smile. She has breakfast. It's perfect. She waves to her friends, and the narrator is like, "Oh, well, when you're playing with Barbies, people don't make them go down the stairs. You just kind of float off of the top of the roof."
Yeah, it's totally like little kids.
She's floating off the top of the roof.
When they talk to each other, if we were talking about that, it felt like little kids talking to each other. I'm sure you knew this, but for the audience, I found very interesting that, like, how many practical sets they bought.
Oh, yeah.
Built. That as you're looking at Barbie Land and it shows you in the distance all these practical sets, it's because they used virtually no CGI in that entire sequence. That's amazing.
They wanted to make Barbie Land feel real, and the way you do that is by building real sets. And they did a really good job. Like, between that and the actual marketing for this movie, things that they did where they had an actual Malibu beach house, pinked and Barbied out that people could rent, like the Airbnb, and go visit. They did a phenomenal job, and they made it look really good. And we get a very, very good sense of how Barbie Land works here in just the very beginning, where as she's going around, they're like talking about how, we have the president, the Supreme Court, Nobel Prize, Nobel Peace Prize, astronauts.
Does Ken win any of these? No.
We haven't met Ken yet. We haven't met Ken.
So
yet.
Ken exists we're getting ready to get into that scene in a moment. Ken exists in this world, but let's just be real. Like, Ken doesn't really matter in this world at all.
Yeah.
He is a supporting character,
which we can get into. But
we'll
after we are introduced to the Barbies and we see them doing their thing, which they did beautifully, by the way. Like, some of the shots, there's this filmmaking technique, I don't know the exact name of it, but they use a certain lens at a certain distance, and it makes everything look small and like toys. And they use that in this one. Barbie's driving anywhere.
What is that called?
They shoot it from a very far away.
It's something like a tilt shift kind of thing.
Yeah, tilt shift. Yeah, tilt shift.
Something like that.
Because there's like filters and stuff on even Photoshop and different programs you can use where they use this like tilt shift that makes it look. Now theirs is going to be
really cool though.
It's incredibly cool how they can do it. Theirs is a much more advanced.
And they did it, and it just made you, like, whenever they got really far away, like whenever they did really wide shots, it just made you think that they were toys. And they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
We see them get to the beach.
The beach.
This is where we meet Ken. So this
is where the beach off happens.
Before they show Ken, right? She goes, "Oh, hey," like the narrator makes it clear. Barbie has a good day every day.
Every day.
Ken only has a good day when Barbie looks at him.
When she notices him.
When she notices him, when he gets noticed by Barbie, he has a good day.
He is emotionally homeless.
Yeah.
And literally
and
homeless.
literally homeless. We'll get into that later too. That's a thing we could talk about for sure.
And he doesn't like, to him, he doesn't exist unless he is like reflected in her.
Exactly.
He doesn't know how to live outside of, but you don't talk about, like, when you talk about Barbies, you don't, that's not something you and I do very often, but I would imagine a girl's talking about toys is not talking about Ken nearly as much as they're talking about Barbie.
And then you get into that a little bit later with the it's Barbie and Ken. Like, you typically aren't just talking about Ken.
And I hear that Ryan Gosling asked to make Ken pathetic but sincere.
Well, yeah, he said he took the role when he got offered it, and he saw his daughter had Ken face down in the mud, and he went, "I must tell this person this story. I will be your Ken."
Yeah, you know, while his lines are so good, his delivery of just scenes with no lines, like the dance sequence.
Oh, dude, whenever he's doing, it's his physical acting. Ryan Gosling is an incredibly good physical actor. Like, he can do so much with go watch movies like Drive or I think Place Beyond the Pines. You ever seen that one? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's the guy? Free Guy? Not Free Guy. The other Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Oh, Nice Guys. Great. As a physical actor, Ryan Gosling is incredible, and you get to see that played out. Oh my gosh, that scene in La La Land when him and Emma Stone are at the pool party, and she asks the band to play Iran, and him
so
playing.
Good.
You remember that scene?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, and he's playing guitar.
I don't think he ever says a word in that scene.
He never says a word in that scene, but he's playing guitar, and you can just feel his seething anger purely through his eyes and form. Ryan Gosling, he's not slept on. He's a massive actor. He's got a new Star Wars movie coming out.
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary is coming out soon. Project Hail Mary is going to be huge, in my opinion. He's got a lot of stuff. So he's a big star, but Ryan Gosling's one of the best we have right now. Yeah. I don't know if this is a hot take. Ryan Reynolds, great. Ryan Gosling, better.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
totally
love
Good.
Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you. I feel validated.
I love Ryan Reynolds. It's a topic for another day, but Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds in every movie he's in.
Yes,
It's
Ryan
just what he
Gosling has way more range.
He's way more range. So in this, Barbie shows up to the beach. Ken talks to Barbie, and he gets really excited when she says hi to him. But then she does that to everybody. She says hi to the other Barbies. She says hi to Simu Liu, who's playing another Ken that Ryan Gosling has a rivalry with.
Yes, very good in this one.
It's just.
And I told you the other day, the fact that he doesn't. I know they're working on other projects. So the fact that he doesn't have a Shang-Chi 2.
They're working on it.
I know, but we should have had that already. That movie was fantastic. For another time.
I think it's hilarious, their dynamic, because it's the way, like you said earlier, where they're like kids.
Yeah.
And when you have two young boys who are like interested in a girl, the way that
look at me.
The way that they
look at what I'm doing.
The way that they act around them. So he's like, "Oh, hey Barbie." She goes, "Hi Ken," and he goes, "Hey Ken."
Yes.
He just gets so mad at him.
Yeah.
But I love this intro where you get to see all of them saying hi, and you get to see so many different versions of Barbie and Ken. Who goes, "Hey Ken, I got us both ice cream." He's like, "Cool."
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that Ken? I mean, obviously, Barbie gets an incredible emotional arc in this movie. We'll go through it. But I've read some articles where some people believe that Ken's character, in some ways, is like the most emotionally coherent character arc in the movie. Like, he has such a massive level of growth in it. What are your thoughts?
I agree. This movie is very much and it's weird to say. It's weird to say, and some people might disagree, might be a hot take, but as much as this movie is Barbie's movie, it's also Ken's. Like, and if you view it in certain ways, it is also Ken's movie. Like, from the
peanut gallery.
From marketing alone, the main poster says she's excellent, she's Barbie, and he's just Ken. Like, it is as much a Barbie
you make
movie
a point there,
as it is a Ken movie.
Absolutely.
And so Ken's is more, I'd say, for the people watching, Ken's character arc, you can see it in so many different ways, but it's more in your face.
Yeah.
It's more in your face than Barbie's is.
Yeah.
Barbie's is there, and it's very visible, and people looking for it, and people who are and connect with it, it's right there for you.
Yeah.
And you can see it. It's not hidden. Ken's is just like so much more drastic because you see it.
It's true.
Whereas Barbie's is more, it's in the more of the small moments.
Yeah. Well, and which leads us into that next moment of Barbie, where it's basically a replay of the whole first section, where she's had this beautiful moment.
Oh, wait. Before we gotta talk. We gotta talk about the dance party.
Oh, we did talk about the dance party.
The choreography in that, phenomenal.
Yes.
Actors in that, like last week was In the Heights, phenomenal choreography. Not as good as In the Heights choreography, but it was great.
Not even close.
Ken, the way he walks into the dance floor with
So he
his
walks
little,
all the time.
with his little.
How does that go again?
With his little
Show us that?
scoot. With his little scoot.
Yeah.
And then he's trying, and that's where you also see the Kens being like, "Hey Barbie, watch me," and he does a flip, and Ken just goes, "What?"
Well, yeah. The beach scene to the party scene, all of these scenes are somewhat repetitive ways of just kind of saying the same thing. And it doesn't make them bad, but they are somewhat repetitive ways of saying this.
But they do end the dance scene with something that is important later, which is Ken and Barbie are doing like a fake, not actually kissing, but they're like leaning in, and Ken's like, "Oh, that was great." He goes, "Hey, so like, I thought I'd spend the night." And she goes, "Why?" He goes, I don't know, just because we're boyfriend, girlfriend." And she's like, "Well, I don't want you here." That line is such a big thing because it comes back later in the movie. And in your first watch, you think, "Oh, that's just."
I feel like big feelings are coming up.
It's just it's a moment that comes later. But she goes, "Oh, it's girls' night." And we also got a funny moment with Ken where Ryan Gosling just
we were watching this the other day. This brought up some feelings.
Where Ken's walking away and he goes he's doing his little dance and then he just
this right here. Yeah, that was good.
So then the next morning scene, Barbie, or she says at the dance party, she says, "Do you guys ever think about death?"
Well, ultimately, they replay the Lizzo song, but now it's a different version of the Lizzo song, where she's talking about all these different things
Because everything's going wrong.
She mentions death at the party prior,
Cold showers.
Then the next morning, she wakes up cold showers,
Expired
milk, everything,
Bad
cellulite, flat feet. Barbie Land does not know how to process mortality at all, and I heard that the because Mattel was obviously very involved in the making of this movie, that whenever they kind of pushed back on the idea, they were like, "Oh yeah, Barbie gets flat feet. That's a great idea, everything." But Greta Gerwig was like, "No, I want her to have like feelings of death." And Mattel's all, "Nah, like we don't want to do that. That's not going to make
that." Also
good...
plays later in the movie.
Oh,
it's
he
goes, "That's a terrible idea."
Yeah, they really used that wisely because they were like, by making it what Mattel struggled with, they ultimately took what the boardroom didn't like about what Greta Gerwig was saying and then flipped it on its head and used it in the movie anyways, which was interesting. That's really because they didn't want to do that. And honestly, while Flat Feet is good, Thoughts of Death, Barbie, great.
Irrepressible
Barbie.
Thoughts.
I want that Barbie.
Is
thoughts
crazy.
Irrepressible Thoughts of Death, Barbie. And so this is where
she goes to see Weird Barbie.
This movie is a PG-13 movie. I think this movie is generally pretty friendly for anyone to be able to watch. There's no reason why, but this is where it kind of earns that a little bit as it talks about some darker themes and gets into these things. And so yeah, like this is talking about ultimately this. She tells her friends
that she's been having thoughts of death and like cellulite, her flat feet. They go, "You got to go see Weird Barbie." They go, it was like we would never say that to her face, but we do. We do.
Anyways, and that's when they go to see Weird Barbie, played by
Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live.
So good.
Still actually a lot of Saturday Night Live.
I think Weird Barbie is she's top 5 character for sure. She may be top 3 in my book. I really like Weird Barbie.
Barbie's great. It's just so funny whenever she's like, "Hey, you got to go to you got a choice to make. You can either go to the real world," which you see a map, and it's like you got to go to what does she say? The country or the state of Los Angeles.
You got to go to the state of Los Angeles in the country of California. And the map that's drawn looks like a child drew it, and this is their idea. And I mean, when she meets Weird Barbie, Weird Barbie is like the Barbie that has been through some stuff. But this is a played with Barbie.
Sid played with that Barbie.
We're talking cut hair. We're talking marker on the Barbie.
Always in the splits.
I'm doing her makeup. All this, always in the splits, constantly. Kate McKinnon actually improvised almost all of her dialogue.
It's just, which makes, when she goes, oh, you're going to end up, and he goes, you got to go to this world. You're going to end up like weird. And she lifts the thing up and she screams and she goes, that's all right. I set myself up for that one.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm sorry we call you Word Barbie in private and to your face.
Oh, yeah. But I believe, honestly, that Weird Barbie might be the wisest character in the entire film.
Yeah.
I think she is.
She's been through it.
She's been through it. She's incredibly wise. She's weird. And maybe that is weird. Like, that's like the whole point. That's what's wonderful.
The
and
Kens and Barbie she hangs out with are pretty weird, too.
And she tells her that you have to pick between a Birkenstock
and a high heel.
And what does Barbie say?
She wants a high heel.
No, I don't want the Birkenstock at all.
She goes,
yes.
well, I was just giving you the illusion of choice. You have to find out. You have to go.
And then she has to go into her journey to the real world.
Journey to the real world.
Played in the background by, you did not know this band.
I didn't.
But Tame Impala, great band. Phenomenal band. I realized that was my Trump hand motion. I didn't mean to do that on purpose. But
It's a beautiful band.
Beautiful band. Greatest band. He probably wouldn't say that about Tame Impala. But Tame Impala, great band. They play this song, very short song from the soundtrack, but really melodically, instrumentally, beautiful song.
And this is her and Ken traveling to the real world. Ken is there because once again, Simu Liu's Ken is goading him. He's rage baiting him the entire movie where he goes, oh, you're not going with her? He goes, she didn't want me to go with her because this is like her journey.
Her journey.
And then he ends up going, he goes, I made a double bet with Ken and you can't make me look uncool in front of Ken. And she goes, Ken's not cool. And it's just, he is to me.
He is to me.
It's such a guy thing. That's such a guy thing because you and your, like, you think like, as guys and your friends, you could think somebody in your friend group is really cool, and everybody else around you will be like, they're not that cool.
Hey, I think you're cool, buddy.
Yeah.
I think you're cool. Do we want to take a second and talk about this?
They are. And so he ends up going with her. She's like, he's like, what if there's beach? You're going to need somebody who's an expert.
Yeah. What if there's beach?
And so they
Which
go
is so
through.
funny
They
when
go.
he actually gets to the beach later on.
So they start off in the car. Then it's a boat. Then it's a camper. Then it's a tandem bike. Then it's a rocket ship.
And then
Then it's a snowmobile. And then they're rollerblading into Venice Beach.
Incredible costumes. Oh my gosh.
That's
these
just what you'd
costumes
see
are
people
great.
wearing at Venice Beach on the regular.
No.
I swear.
On another, maybe in the 80s, but like these were peak. And my sister had Rollerblade Barbie, and that costume was perfect.
I want the Funko Pops of them.
Oh my gosh,
Funko
it's
Pops.
such a perfect. The costuming is incredible in this one, and the journey to the real. I do hear the Venice Beach reactions, mostly real people.
I was gonna say they have.
I was talking to you that I thought, oh no, it had to be extras they put
especially-
in. No, real people.
Especially later when you see like Will Ferrell and his group of businessmen doing the same thing. It's like, I want to know what those people were thinking watching this happen.
Oh yeah,
As Will Ferrell's just rollerblading with a gaggle of people in suits behind him.
yeah.
As we get to the real world, Barbie starts to notice that it is very different. She's like, she feels very threatened.
The construction workers.
She feels very threatened by. He's like, oh, I'm getting all these undertones of violence, and Ken's like, I'm not getting that at all.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm getting this thing of like being admired.
And she's like, I feel inherently unsafe.
He's like, I feel admired, but not oogled, not ogled.
Yes.
And he goes, and I feel very safe. She goes, I feel very much the opposite.
This to me, right here in this scene, is when it gets really good. Like, this is when Barbie gets great, when it gets in the scene. It becomes very self-aware. It's really incredible. Honestly, Ken's, like, his discovery of patriarchy is like someone, like, going through religious conversion. Like, it is like such a bit, like, I can't believe what I'm reading and I'm seeing. It's like somebody who went on YouTube and found out that the earth was flat, which it's not. But like, it's for someone who is like, I can't believe what I'm discovering now.
Well, yeah, and he as we can get in when we get towards like the end and we get to like hit our things, but this is someone who's come from a world where the guys ultimately don't really have that much. They're just kind of there as accessories to Barbie.
Yes.
And so he sees a place where the guys are doing all these things and he goes, okay, and he gets interested in it. He's getting interested in what he's seeing. He doesn't fully understand it, but he just sees it and he's interested in it.
Yeah.
And you see this happen too when you think about how you said like it's like a kid where kids see things that they don't quite understand, but they get interested in. And so then they try to mimic it and they try to imitate it. So he does that. And then he goes, okay, I got to figure this out. And he goes back to Barbie. And she's like, we have a great scene. I don't want to skip over this scene. We have a great scene where Barbie is trying to figure out where the person who's been playing with her is. And we see flashbacks of a little girl playing with her mom.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't see who the mom is yet. And she comes in, she's crying. She's sitting next to an elderly lady, and she just says, "You're beautiful." And she goes, "I know it." And she's starting to see the beauty in humanity.
Is there significance to that person in the movie? Is she...
I don't think
someone
so.
famous?
Not that I
don't know.
of.
That's a really beautiful
I think
scene.
I think it's just Barbie's first inclination to humans. And like, because when she immediately came, it was like she kept getting arrested, she kept getting like looked at, and like she gets her butt slapped, and so she's had all these negative things. But then just seeing this lady who's sitting here very content, she's like, "Oh, you're beautiful."
Yes.
Ken comes back and she goes, "Oh, I know where the person is." And he goes, "Men rule the world." She goes,
Yeah.
"What did you say?"
Men run things. Horses, trucks, authority.
Minks. Sylvester Stallone.
Minks.
Golf.
Sylvester Stallone. All these, like, it's just the most...
Hummers.
Is it a simplification of patriarchy? Yes, absolutely, because it's supposed to be comedic. It's not supposed to be too serious. But Ken... Whereas in Barbie Land, Ken was never seen. Now he's like, oh.
He's like, men are
I
seen
have been
here.
seen now. I have been seen now. And honestly, you know where the horse culture idea came from? That's Ryan Gosling. He was all like, I want to put this crazy idea that like horses are this major part of man culture. And I'm all, I love, that's so smart.
That's so funny. And so what I love about the scene that follows this, they go to the school. And you get to see two sides of the coin. One side is Barbie talking to Ariana Greenblatt's character, where she goes, "Oh, women have it great because of me." And she goes, "Let me just tell you exactly how the world is." But then you also have Ryan Gosling on the other side, where he finds books, and the lady asks him
it's a
for
great
the time.
parallel.
And then he goes and he starts talking to people about the patriarchy, and he's getting while Barbie's getting tore down, he's getting built up.
Yeah, they get asked the time.
And he goes, he's like, "Do you know the time?" And he goes, "You respect me."
You respect me. Like
he goes,
so
"No,
good.
I do not." And he goes, I need to find my fortune there.
Oh my gosh. And it's all of this stuff. There's so much stuff happening at the same time because she's having this existential breakdown because everything she thought was happening with girls is not happening. So it breaks her. At the same time, he is being
getting built up
massively because he's like, oh my gosh, look at these things that all support my worldview.
Exactly.
And
he's like, and he's getting built up. She's getting tore down. And you even see that after he goes and he's like, He's always like, I want a high-paying job with influence. And he goes, well, you got to have a master's. And he goes, isn't me being a man just enough?
Isn't me being a man
He goes,
just
actually,
enough?
it's kind of the opposite right now. He goes, you're not doing patriarchy right. He goes, no, we're just better at hiding.
We're just better at hiding patriarchy. That was a good line.
And at the hospital, he's like, no, you're not going to do one appendectomy. But I'm a man.
So ultimately, this leads to is you got to understand at the same time they are establishing that Mattel is like it is. It's a major corporation, a major corporation that is ran by men, and as it's a major corporation that's ran by men, they're working through different things. They establish that someone from the FBI or something contacts them,
calls them and says, hey, Barbie and Ken are out in the real world,
as if this is just normal. Like they treat all of this like they don't need to give you any backstory. This is not happening in real world. Yeah, it's all play.
And then when they like in the boardroom and he's like, I have a question. Is Barbie Land like a place where your imagination? They just go, yes.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes, it is.
And like we don't want another situation where we had Skipper, the Barbie who's a babysitter, who came into the real world and tried to
take someone's baby.
And try to take somebody's baby.
And babysit it.
And take it wakeboarding.
And take it wakeboarding, yeah.
And so they're concerned. They're like, we got to get Barbie back. Ken.
And they are not worried about Ken.
They're not worried about Ken at all.
Yeah.
So they go and get Barbie. They come and get Barbie. She's been crying. Ken is talking to the woman again about the time, and he goes, "Oh, that's Mattel. Oh, that's Barbie will be fine, right? I shouldn't follow her." They're like, "No." He goes, "I got to take what I've learned back to Barbie Land.
Yes.
I got to let the Kens know."
This is good stuff.
And
right
so
here. That's
Barbie goes with them back to Mattel, where
something special.
the president of Mattel, which we said is played by Will Ferrell, goes, "Hey," or the CEO goes,
And I think he is just the person from Legoland,
from Lego
or
Movie.
not Legoland, Lego Movie, and he's just grown up. Like it's the guy from Lego Movie who.
This is his day job.
This is his day job. He's also the. I mean, I thought he'd have a nicer house.
That's
but,
just
that's
a theory.
That's
A film
theory. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that.
That's
great.
But he tells her, he goes, "Hey," she goes, "Oh, I've been having all these bad thoughts," and he goes, "All right, don't worry, we can set everything back the way it was. You just got to get in the box."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I haven't been in the box in forever," and he goes, "Get in the box."
Yeah, get in the box.
And they're starting to tighten the twist ties, and she
Escapes.
freaks out, and she goes, "I just go to the bathroom,"
Yeah.
and she leaves. Which I love the sequence of them chasing her because
With the Charlie XCX song
with
on
Charlie
it. It's great.
and Will Ferrell, and he's running her, and they do like the trope where it's like, and then they go, and he goes, "What am I doing? I gotta go back."
Yeah, it's so over the top. It's so ridiculous. Ultimately, she escapes, gets in a car with America Ferrera's character.
Sorry, in the boardroom, he's like, "I am the son of a mother. Every man in here loves women.
Yes.
Most of my friends are Jewish."
Yeah, that was
He just because Ferrell, I feel like he's just saying stuff.
He's just saying stuff
He's
here.
just saying stuff.
She gets in the car with her, and America Ferrera's character is Gloria.
Gloria is
And
the
Gloria's the mom of.
Ariana Greenblatt's character, who is actually the one who's been playing with Barbie.
And here's the setup. The ultimate idea is that Barbie's come back to kind of confront the what she believes the young girl playing with Barbie. And here's the rub. Here's the twist. She thinks it's America Ferrera's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not America Ferrera's daughter. It's
America
Ferrera. And she is having her own sort of
midlife crisis.
And she's struggling with the fact that her daughter is
Hates
grown and doesn't like her mom and doesn't like to play with toys. And she's just and honestly, as a parent who has parented kids, for a long time. I mean, my oldest is 20, going to be 21 in just a few weeks. My second child, thank you. I have got him there. Let's see how much further we can go. My second is 17. In a few months, will be 18. It's wild. You do go through this point, especially I remember with Cameron, where it's like, oh man, like my little boy is not my little boy anymore, and it can make you go through some stuff. So like that's why I love Gloria's character so much, because I feel like she is just a real parent who is like, she's tired of her job, she's struggling, she doesn't have the relationship with her kid that she wished she had. She's an incredibly relatable character. The fact that America Ferrera did not get a nomination from most awards was a travesty. She is in my opinion, she is the best character in the movie. She is so good. Gloria is an excellent character. Besides, I love Ken. I really love Ken. But,
I love Ken.
But I think America Ferrera, she makes Margot Robbie is great as Barbie. America Ferrera makes Barbie better.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
She strengthens
100%.
her so much, and I think that's on purpose. So she escapes in their car. Chevy.
There's basically a Chevy commercial.
This is a Chevy commercial.
It's basically a Chevy commercial when they're driving around.
Chevy
like you have
makes some big
Suburbans following this Blazer EV, and there's a point where she goes, "We gotta lose these jokers." Clicks a thing and it goes into like sport mode, and then they go, "Wee!" And I'm like,
yeah.
This is just a
Everybody
Chevy
wanted that
commercial.
Chevy. No, nobody wanted. Nobody
It
cared.
was a Chevy commercial.
Oh, nobody cared about that. So she is escaping, and then ultimately all the while, they're being chased.
And Ken goes back to Barbie Land.
Oh yes, and
But we don't see what happens. We just see him they're like, because as we said, like when they're talking to Barbie about putting her back in the box, she goes, "Oh, we got to go get Ken." They're like, "Nah, Ken's not something."
Yeah,
that
Ken's not important to us.
We're not concerned about Ken. And so Ken's going back. She goes, "Well, maybe I just need to take you to Barbie Land."
Yeah.
So she goes, "Okay, we got to lose him. We got to go back to Barbie Land." They get there finally after they go through, and they keep bonding over. She goes, "I had this Barbie suit when I was a kid. I got this," and then we get there, and she goes, "Okay, you're going to love Barbie Land. You're going to see it. It's going to be great." They show up, and immediately things are just different. Like we see them playing volleyball, and the Barbies
But the
are
girls are
cheerleaders.
cheerleaders. How dare they?
And they're doing a scene from Top Gun. Shirtless, jeans, aviators, volleyball.
It's so good. It's so good. And they're serving beer to the men. And it's
Brewski
patriarchy. Brewski beers.
Brewski beers, and they're like, "Oh, look at this!" Or it's like, "Oh, those cheerleaders are Supreme
Guys are
Court.
playing guitars.
They're playing guitar
out of nowhere.
Mount Rushmore in Barbie Land is now a bunch of horses.
Andrew, do you ever do that just to feel like a man? Play the guitar? Yeah, he's saying yes. He just said yes back
He just
there.
shook his head yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew it.
and
He gets
we
a
get-
brewski beer, and he goes,
As we said,
There
where
we
he
go.
said, you said Ken is like emotionally homeless, but also kind of physically homeless. Is as they're going, she goes, "Oh, all the Barbies own all these houses," and they go, "Yeah." And then Ariana Greenblatt's character goes, "Oh, where do the Kens live?" And she goes, "I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Because as we've established in this movie, they said Ken.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter." But that's okay. We can get into that later. But Ken doesn't matter. So then they pull up to Barbie's dream house, and there's a Hummer.
What we'll do, because we do want to unpack some of those. Let's get through the story of the movie, and then we'll discuss any of those final things.
So we get to the house. There's a Hummer there. Like all the stuff has changed, and Barbie's like, "What happened to my dream
It is
house?"
the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Ken
now.
comes out of the house. He goes, "This is no longer Barbie's dream house. This is henceforth be known as Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa house." And we're like,
Yes.
"You don't need to say all that because it all means house." And he goes, "Yeah, but you do. It feels nice."
And when he says it, I love America Ferrera and Gloria and her daughter's reaction, because it's almost like they're like, it does sound better
sound
when you
good.
say it. Like it's like it's not like they agree with him, but a part of them is all Mojo Dojo Casa House. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Like it's just a great, and he is just getting to like play and have so much fun, and he's so over the top, and his virtually drawn on abs. All we know that they're
And
real.
and the CEO of Mattel is like, "We got to fix what's going on with Barbie Land because stuff that we can't even imagine is going to happen." And they go, "Well, what stuff?" And so he gets a call and he goes, "Hey, these Mojo Dojo Casa houses are flying off the shelves.
Oh,
we
yeah.
already got like this is happening. Boys are loving it. We got a Ken movie and it's already a hit." Like it's great.
Everything has shifted in the real world, as if what Barbie was saying, that Barbie world should have an impact on the real world, is true. It should be having an impact, but the impact that Barbie wanted to have is no longer necessarily happening.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, that's really good. And I mean, there's just so much. I mean, the beach scenes, the house, the everything. She is mad. Barbie is angry. She's crying. She lashes out on America Ferrera.
She goes, "I should have just she goes, why'd you do this to me?"
Yeah.
I didn't want anything. I was happy. Ken kicks her out. He goes, "This is Ken's Mojo
Of her
Dojo
own
Casa
house.
house, not Barbie's Mojo Dojo Casa house."
Oh man.
And he's like, "How's that feel? Not good, huh?" And that's when we get. I love Ryan Gosling is such when it comes to certain things, like his comedy acting is really good.
He's really good.
So they had given him a bunch of those sunglasses, and that's why he puts them on. And then on one take, he's just like, he goes, "It's boys' night." Flips on a second pair of the same sunglasses.
the same glasses.
that
Have
he
you ever
just
seen
had.
The Nice Guys? Have you seen The Nice Guys? Gosh, that's a good movie.
It's on the wheel.
What's that?
It's on the wheel.
It's on the wheel. Oh man, I love that. It might show up next.
It might show up because whenever
when
we talk
about
it,
movies, it
might
just shows up
show
on here again. So ultimately, let's kind of fast forward just a little bit here. There's a lot of different things that are happening here, but ultimately, it is going to lead to some conversations between the girls.
So Ariana Greenblatt and her daughter say, we're just gonna leave. Alan tries to sneak out with them. Such a good scene.
Yes.
Once these Kens figure out how to build that wall sideways instead of up, we're screwed.
Bricks
We're
on top
stuck
of
here.
bricks. Also, can I say, Michael Cera as Alan, great
So
character.
good, dude.
Like, there's not much to him, which is kind of the point.
He's Alan.
But man, he's a good character. And Michael Cera,
You want someone, Alan? Hey, who are you? I'm Alan. I'm Ken's buddy. All his clothes fit me. Punches him square in the face.
yes.
But they say, no, we have. Ariana Greenblatt is actually like, no, we need to fix this.
Yeah.
We need to go help the Barbies.
And who do
from
they go
the
talk
Kens.
to?
They go to Weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie.
Alan takes them to Weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie.
Where she's hanging out there with Sugar Daddy Ken,
Sugar Daddy Ken.
Magic Earring Ken,
TV in the back Barbie.
TV in the back Barbie. What's the one Barbie growing up with the one that you lift her arm
boobs.
and her boobs get big?
Yeah, she's
because that was a good idea.
it's
Mattel.
growing up Barbie.
That's growing up Barbie.
And they literally, these are real Barbies.
These are real discontinued Barbies. Which Sugar Daddy Ken, hilarious. He goes, no, this is my cat Sugar, and I'm her daddy.
Oh god,
It's terrible.
so terrible.
It's
But
terrible.
it's a really, really meta kind of take on how to unpack these different kinds of things. Occasionally, you see this in like the MCU. I think we've seen it really well done when James Gunn would try to talk about characters almost like they were jokes, or like when he did DC and he did Suicide Squad and he kind of introduces Polka Dot Man and some of these where it's like, I want you to take them somewhat seriously, but they're also kind of a joke.
Or when he introduces Bloodsport or Bloodshot.
Yes.
He goes, he's the best assassin in the world and everything. He goes, you pretty much just said everything that you said about me, about him. And he goes, yeah, but I do it better.
So they're all talking, trying to figure out some sort of way. And ultimately what they figure out is that they need to get the Barbies, they need to snap them out of it.
Yeah, America Ferrera has, like, she talks to Barbie. She has a very inspirational speech about what it is to be a woman. And it snaps one of the Barbies out of her funk. And she goes, okay. So they come up with a plan to send out decoy Barbies that the Kens still think are brainwashed and bring in other Barbies and have America Ferrera talk to them so they can snap them out of this funk so then they can stop, because the Kens are going to have a vote to change the constitution of Barbie Land to make it the Kendom, land of the Kens, for the Kens, and by the Kens.
Yes. Yeah, well, and the honestly, the whole thing that she's saying is about, like, I won't quote it, but like ultimately double standards for women, and you're told not to lead, you must care deeply, don't seem emotional, you don't look old, you're supposed to win, don't fail, and it's really vulnerable, real, because America Ferrera's character, and I think it's what makes her character so good, is she's just unpacking all of her frustration here in this moment, but that causes a girl to snap out of it, which she's going to ultimately have to do with everything. So they're going to have to distract them. And the journey they go through to distract them is brilliant. It's another one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. All the stuff from bringing
You've never seen the
Godfather?
Do you want to sit down and listen to it while I talk through the entire thing?
And he's all, it's a tale about mob ties, but it also means deeper on a what's so funny about that is, I kid you not, probably 6 months prior to that, Paramount had released a really good TV show with Miles Teller on it. And it is about the Godfather movie and the making of it. And it's really, really good. And my wife loved the show, but my wife had never seen The Godfather. So I am going through this, and I'm showing her The Godfather, and I'm all, hey, have you ever seen The Godfather? And I'm explaining, and then we go see Barbie later, and what had just happened with me and Ashley, she is like crying, laughing so hard in the theater, because I had just done what that guy, I'm not just explaining, but I'm explaining completely, mansplaining maybe, I don't know, the whole plot here to her, and she's just crying, she's laughing so hard, because we were like, oh my gosh, this feels too real. And not only that, but like, oh my gosh, this is where you get the greatest song of all time.
Oh, when he goes, so Barbie,
Matchbox 20, baby.
So Barbie, they get pretty much everybody undone, and so they're like, okay, but we need to pin them against each other.
Yes.
And so they send stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie, to Ken, Ryan Gosling's Ken.
Yeah.
And she goes, hey, I'm ready to be your low commitment, long distance, non-committal girlfriend.
Yeah. It's
goes,
pretty much no commitment at all.
He's like, I got to think about it. And she goes, okay. And he goes, all right. And then he goes back, improvised line where he didn't tell them what he was doing. He like, can you give me a second? And he walks behind the wall and he does the sublime. Oh my gosh, great line.
And it comes back and he goes, oh, do you want to hear the song I just wrote? He goes, yeah. He goes, all right, let me play it at you.
I love that line. Let me play it at you. And he performs the best version of Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20 with all of the not here. Like, it's so good because it's such a. And I heard Matchbox 20 loved it. Like, Rob Thomas thought it was hilarious. Like, genuinely thought it was so funny. Like, in on the joke, totally with it. And this was, but it's not just him.
It's
every
all the
guy.
Ken.
All the
Kens are either
sing the
playing
song.
the guitar or the drums, and all the Barbies are sitting there. And then he's like,
they're texting, and he goes like, "Who are you texting?" And he grabs her phone. And he goes, "Ken." And she gets up, goes to another Ken, and she goes, "Oh, I love the song you're playing. Did you write it?" He goes, "Yeah." "You want to sit here while I stare at you uncomfortably for 4.5 minutes?"
So what they're ultimately doing to like keep it moving, like, is they're snapping all of the Barbies out of it. They're getting
pitting-
snapped out of all
and
the
then
story and everything.
Snapped them out, pitting the Kens against each other to the point where they are all like, does being a no low commitment long distance girlfriend mean anything?"
Yes.
And they go, "We got to fight the Kens. We're gonna fight them in the morning," which is then when you get the best song of 2023.
I'm Just Ken.
I'm Just Ken.
It's a great song.
Which fun fact about that song?
Wasn't that Mark Ronson? Mark Ronson who did.
Yes, he helped write it, but it was Ryan Gosling's idea
Yes.
to put, because the song wasn't going to originally be in it. They were just going to fight, and he goes, "What if we had a whole musical?"
Oh yeah, and then they get Mark Ronson who made Uptown Funk. And so many others. Mark Ronson's a genius, and Mark Ronson puts together this incredible song that I put up there with like one of my favorite movie songs ever from the Muppets movie, or it's
Man or a Muppet?
Man or a Muppet, which is one of the.
I'm a man.
Or am I
I'm a Muppet. Am I a Muppet?
Oh my gosh, it's such a good song. And have you ever seen that movie?
You haven't seen the Muppet movie?
I don't think so.
Bro, they just released a new Muppets TV show. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's so good, Keith.
It's great.
That'd be a fun watch with Autumn.
Oh my gosh.
And like when Arabella's a little older.
Yeah,
that'd be a
like
really
just give
fun
her like
watch.
it's a great movie. We're big Muppets fans in our house.
I love that.
So good. So yeah, so ultimately like it wonderful song, great choreography,
You have 'em
and they
fighting.
have a beach off.
They have a
of
beach
sorts,
off. They fight on the beach,
which is a dance.
dance.
We need to be absolutely clear so you don't take us.
Which what I love about the Ken fight and the beach off is, and when they're doing like the actual dance number where they finish the song, is if you watch it, because they're all Ken, they are all doing the exact same thing. Like they play rock paper scissors and they both throw scissors.
Yeah.
They're like doing like they're all doing mirroring it, and the whole song, which again we can get into at the end, but the whole song is them talking about just being Ken, and at the end of it they go, like all the Kens have come back together and they go, "Wait, weren't we supposed to vote today?"
Yes.
And so the Barbies have voted to keep the Constitution the same.
Yes.
And they've taken back over the Mojo Dojo Casa house. And when the Kens show up, they go, President Barbie, they're like, "What happened here?" And she goes, "That's right. It's the Mattel logo," because she swears.
And it ends up being this big, huge sort of face-off there at the Barbie house.
Where the Kens are all together and they're like, "Oh, we disinfected these houses. We're taking them back." And they're like, "What do we do, Ken? What do we?" And he goes,
There's nothing to do.
and he just runs in and he's crying. And we get to the end where Barbie goes to check on him and console him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she does say, she said she's sorry that she took him for granted, because for most of like his life up until the things of the movies, everything he did was like for her, and she did kind of take him for granted.
It's true.
And so she apologized for that, and he said thank you, and he was like,
Yeah,
Really-
he gets a little more of a character arc
yeah,
here.
and it's really funny. Like, it's a funny line, but he goes like, once I found out the patriarchy wasn't really about horses, I kind of lost interest anyway, which is a really funny line. But when you think about it, what he's saying is he didn't ever really care.
He just wanted Barbie.
He just wanted Barbie.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be seen. He didn't really care about all the
and I
other
think that's
stuff.
how most of us feel, is like we want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's ultimately that feeling her. But with Barbie, it's different because there's this massive amount of pressure.
Yeah.
It's different. Like Ken is just like, hey, I want to be seen. I want to be valued. Which I think is ultimately how we should just treat people in general. Like, see them, value people, take care of them. If they go through things and they're struggling, you walk with people. If you don't agree with them, that's okay. Like, just walk with them through it anyways. And so this is a great scene, but ultimately it leads to Ruth Handler.
Coming in and saying,
And Ruth Handler, if we didn't make clear earlier, played by Rhea. What's her name? Do you have it on there?
I'm pulling it up.
I think it's Danny DeVito's wife.
Rhea Perlman.
Rhea Perlman, yes. From Cheers. Rhea Perlman She was in Matilda with Danny DeVito. She's a brilliant actress. She comes on there, and she has played the creator of Barbie, and she comes in and
because Barbie says, "I don't know where my story goes from here. I don't know how my story ends." Because prior to this, Will Ferrell's character is like, "Oh, this is so beautiful. This is amazing."
Oh yeah, because they've all made it to that moment.
And America Ferrera goes, "What if we just had normal Barbie?" And we had because they're wrapping up all the bows. They're like, what if we had normal Barbie? She's just a mom because she enjoys being a mom. She's not like that perfect figure. She's
and Midge.
And
He keeps getting freaked out by Midge.
Midge,
Pregnant Barbie.
I thought we discontinued her.
Gosh.
And Will Ferrell's character goes similar to what you said, where they were like, where Greta Gerwig was like, I want Barbie to be having these bad thoughts and all these things.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's character immediately goes, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's a terrible
And then
idea.
one of the guys in the back goes, that's going to make money. And he goes, let's do it.
Let's
This
do
is
it
great."
anyways. Yes.
So they're wrapping up all the endings, and they go, well, wait, what's stereotypical Barbie's ending?
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't really feel like stereotypical Barbie anymore.
And
I don't know how my story ends. And Ruth Handler comes in and goes, that's the whole point of Barbie.
And she's going to ultimately choose humanity, and purpose is going to replace perfection in her life, and it's going to be played over the scene by the song by Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For, which is a beautiful song. Really,
we get
really
to
well
also
done.
see a bunch of actual footage from families of
and
moments in their life,
and
just
I hear
humanity.
That montage was real home movie footage of people from the filming. So like other people that were like staff members,
Crew and
key
everything.
grips, whatever, all the different people, their stuff, their real home movie footage. So she gets to choose something real rather than the perfection that she lives in, which is a great lesson. I mean, it's really beautifully done. Really beautifully done. I love it.
And we get the end of the movie where she's with Ariana Greenblatt and America Ferrera and her husband, and he's been trying to learn Spanish the whole movie.
Oh man, he's so funny. I wish they would have
He's
done
only
more
in
with
2
him.
scenes, and he's so good.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right, I got to go in there. And it's set up like it's kind of like a job interview or something.
Yeah.
And she goes in, she goes, we'll be right here waiting for you. She goes in, she's like, oh, my name is, what is it,
Barbara.
What's she make her last
Handler.
name? Handler?
Yes.
It was Handler? Okay,
Yeah.
I was making sure. I want to know if it was her
She has
last
the
name
last
or-
name of her creator, and her name is Barbara now.
Yeah, so
And
Barbara
because
Handler.
she was named after the daughter of the creator, Ruth Handler.
And she goes, oh, what are we here for? She's like, I'm here to see my gynecologist.
Yes. And then it ends.
And then it ends.
And I mean,
With a great remix of Aqua's Barbie Girl.
oh, very, very good. But ultimately, what ends up happening in all of that is we know that they're already talking about doing a sequel to this because it was so big. But like, a part of me also wonders, like, do we want a sequel to this? Like,
I love this movie so much. This is one of the times where I don't think it needs. It doesn't need one.
I don't know. It would be really interesting to see what Greta Gerwig would do, and I think it needs to be her. It has to be her to carry it forward, because that has to, would she be? Would they kind of go the way of like, Barbie is real now, and she has to go back into Barbie land to fix something? But that's also kind of repetitive.
Yeah, it's
First movie, because that's what she's already done.
That's why I don't think there needs to be.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be. And that's okay. It's like we
don't need all the sequels.
Yeah, we live in a world now where it's like, hey, something did well, we need a sequel. We don't. We
Yeah.
don't.
Although, man,
That's the money, though.
that's where the
That's the
money's
money.
at, man. And WB is going to be thinking about that. Now, maybe they won't be, but I'm guessing that if Netflix buys them, Netflix is like, oh, we're pushing this Barbie thing. They're going to push it because they're going to make probably $1.5 billion. It's going to be absolutely huge. So let's kind of unpack the very, very last. We've unpacked the movie, but what are some of your takes overall on it?
My hottest take.
Yes.
Which I told you I had made.
You and I disagree a lot on a few of these things.
Well, the thing that I wanted to talk was I had made a video years ago after this movie had just come out about why I thought Ken and his is a great movie character.
Yeah.
And I rewatched that video because I wanted to prepare as much as I could for this. And in rewatching that video, what I realized again, what I say at the very beginning of that video is, I don't want I don't want to touch on the message of the movie because I didn't want to be misconstrued as saying the movie was all about Ken, because I don't think that. I don't think the movie's all about Ken. I think he's a big part of it, and I think he has a very good story in it. I wanted to focus on Ken's journey and how that pertains, how some people, not even just men, but women, could take away from his story. And that being it's a thing where guys and girls, a lot of the time, as I said, only find validation in their significant other, when they have a significant other, when that person looks at them. And we see Ken go through this movie where that's how he starts. Then he reaches a place where he finds that what he's seeking that validation in the patriarchy, in things, and he goes and he takes it to an extreme that is to the detriment and puts the Barbies where he was at the very beginning. Yeah. And then we have them take that away from him. And we realize that it wasn't necessarily always about the things. It was about he wanted Barbie. He wanted to be seen by her. Yeah. And that's why I said that apology was so big for him, was because he's like, what? We were saying sorry after all this stuff that I did? But he was grateful, but he still then reverted back to, I need Barbie. Yeah. And that's when we get what I really love about the ending with her, and where like they kind of meet in the middle is she goes, well, maybe it's okay just being you.
Do you like Barbie in this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's she reaches the end where she goes, it's okay just being Ken, and I'm just being Barbie. He goes, it's Barbie and Ken. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's more of an accessory to Barbie, is because it's always Barbie and Ken. There's never just Ken. And she goes, well, you got to figure out who Ken is then, outside of me. And she comes to the point where she has to figure out who she is outside of Barbie land.
You and I have talked about that in regards to relationships and all of those things. My wife and I have been married 22 years, and I very much feel like I knew who I am with her, but I also feel like very much I knew who I am individually as well. And I think that's incredibly important, that you still have to be you. And I have to know that. I have to know that 100%. What is most important is, obviously, my marriage is incredibly important, but I have to understand who I am as well. And I, as we've talked about, dating and all those things, I'm a firm believer that what led me into a great relationship was I knew who I was before that, so I didn't become some sort of caricature of who I am for somebody else. And so, I think that's great. Ultimately, whenever I reviewed it on Letterboxd, and if you check my Letterboxd out, I think a couple of the things I give with it is that sometimes it's a little repetitive. And then I do believe that while I love the Will Ferrell character and the Mattel stuff, I don't know how much it genuinely adds to the movie. They kind of just push it to the side. It doesn't really have anything to do. I think you could have made it even a little bit shorter for that. And there's a few moments where the pacing was okay, not great, but I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a great, I wouldn't call it a great movie, but I thought it was a very good movie. Well done.
And I think because this movie, when it came out, it was very decisive, because
divisive would be the word.
Divisive?
Yes.
Sorry. It was very divisive.
Yeah, sorry.
When it came to the fact that they were like,
if I would have let you say decisive, we would have had comments.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but this movie, where lots of people thought, before even giving it a watch, they just were figuring this movie's gonna crap on men. This movie's gonna be real terrible. This movie's just gonna be awful. And they never really gave it a chance. And that's another reason I made that video, was I was like, if you give it a shot and you actually watch it, it's you find connection with it.
Yeah, but that was just just vitriol and
and
ugly
that's
stuff.
why I think so many, I think there's so many people that could benefit from seeing this movie that just haven't ever given it a shot.
Yeah, just don't be I encourage you, if it comes to these kind of movies, you can either be the kind of person that was going to go on YouTube or different things and find something to solidify your argument before you watch something, or you can be the kind of person who objectively watches something and has your own opinion. That'd be great.
Yeah.
If we could have more of that, that would be excellent.
And there's nothing wrong with not wanting to see a movie. I'll say, if you're the person who sees the trailer and goes, maybe this isn't for me, It's not my taste.
It's not going to be for everybody.
That's okay. It's the people who go, well, I saw this guy on YouTube talk about how it's going to be this, and this. And I'm like, have you watched it?
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
My main thing with Barbie before we give our kernel review is, I think it's a culturally important movie. I think it is a classic. I think it'll be one of those that'll be around for a long time. People will come back and watch. And incredibly clever. But I do believe that once you have seen what Greta Gerwig can do with silence and not necessarily always saying everything, spelling out things. And if you go watch something like Lady Bird, you're going to see these moments.
Watch Lady Bird.
You're going to see these moments where she spells out serious things between a mother and a daughter, but she doesn't have to tell you what's happening. She just makes the movie. Yes. And Barbie, too often, I think, and it's probably Mattel involvement and what they wanted to do, it maybe over-explains a little bit. And I think that's its biggest problem against it. And but other than that, I would give it, I think I gave it 4 stars originally, like 4 kernels, but 3.5 to 4 for me would probably be at best.
I originally gave this 4.5.
Yeah.
Which Rob has said, you keep giving all these.
You give every movie a 4.5.
I don't give every movie a 4.5.
You've given
Jumper was a 1.5.
It was still higher than mine.
Batman was 3.5. Superman was 3. It's just recently we've been getting some bangers that I really enjoy.
Yeah, they're part of your collection, of course.
And this movie, there's some movies in my collection that
are turds.
They're terrible. But this movie for me, I'm going to give it again 4.5. I'm going to stick with it.
Boo.
It was
rotten take.
Aside from, and this is, we've had discussions about this. Aside from Across the Spider-Verse, Barbie was my favorite movie of 2023. That's what it was.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was for me.
Oh no, I know it wasn't. Oppenheimer was yours.
I loved Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was yours.
Oh, man.
But for me,
that's a movie.
Across the Spider-Verse was number 1, 2023. Barbie was number 2. Oppenheimer was 3. I really enjoyed this movie. This is a movie that I would suggest you watch. It's on HBO Max. It's on Hulu. There's many ways to watch it. And I'd say give it
I did a ranking that year, and I think it got 6th place. Yeah.
Not bad.
6th place on my ranking. But Oppenheimer was first. And Across the Spider-Verse was second. So that brings us to our next one right here. So what are we going to be doing?
I'm sorry, I'm shuffling because we always shuffle because otherwise it's in alphabetical order. Oh, hey, look, Jurassic World Dominion. Maybe we get that one.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I will never, ever turn down a Jurassic movie, although it is my least favorite of all of them. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
Alrighty. Can we get a little drum roll here?
Drum roll, please.
Oh, Frozen 1 and 2.
Oh, God. Oh. Why?
Frozen 1 and 2.
Oh, I might sub out for this episode.
No, you can't sub out for that episode.
Good Lord.
What's wrong with Frozen 1 and 2?
Talk about the most overrated movie.
They're making a third one.
Of like the past so many years.
Josh Gad was in the studio.
I'm telling you.
Olaf.
This movie is... There's some interesting
Is it the
themes.
second one that you're talking about? Or did you have a problem with the
They're
first one?
both overrated. The second one is...
Andrew, how do you feel about that?
The second one is boring. It's genuinely boring. The second one is genuinely boring. I fell asleep in the second one. I did not. I did not like it at all. It was interesting. First one was at least like... We'll get more into it next week. I like the kind of subverted expectation of the ending and some of those things.
First one was decent.
Yeah, and it's decent. But the second one, even the song, Into the End... Oh, dude, I'll tell you next week. But I don't know that we're going to watch both of these together because I don't know that I can. I've seen them, and that might be it for me. So... That's it. This is when my day on the podcast ends. I didn't realize you had Frozen 1 and 2. Oh,
you went through the list.
I should have. I should have reviewed this a lot clearer. Frozen 1 and 2. All right, here we go. Man, what a...
Alrighty, that was Past the Popcorn.
Into the All right, there we go.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you that take the time to tune in and hear us talk about movies.
We do. If you do not tune in for the Frozen episode, I mean, there was no point in me doing it. So please make sure you tune in to all these episodes.
Remember, if you enjoyed, to leave a like. We love seeing your comments.
Yeah, the comments are great.
The comments are great. When we saw last week, Colton told us his favorite combo at the movie theaters, which was Bunch of Crunch, popcorn, and a Coke Zero.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Colton, if I got that wrong, I didn't have it pulled up. So
I still stand by the Raisinets. It
insane.
works pretty good.
But remember to leave a like, comment. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow. Share us with somebody, somebody that you know that likes movies.
Yeah. In the meantime, see you at the movies.